Shocking coffin birth, a child born after death. A detailed account based on a true story. The night was eerily silent, and a fresh grave had just been dug in the village cemetery. Maria, a 28-year-old pregnant woman in her 9th month, had tragically lost her life in a horrific accident. The villagers mourned as they attended her funeral, unaware that, just days later, her grave would unveil a mystery that would shock the world. Death, the coffin, and a hidden secret. Maria had been living a happy life. She had been married for 5 years, and this was to be her first child. Her husband, David, a simple farmer, was ecstatic about their unborn baby. However, one stormy night, as Maria got up to close the window, a powerful lightning strike shook the house. She lost her balance, hit her head severely, and fell unconscious. By the time the ambulance arrived, she was gone. Maria's funeral. Maria's untimely death devastated the entire village. Her funeral was conducted with honor and sorrow. The villagers paid their respects, and her grieving husband was consoled. Once she was laid to rest, life slowly moved on, until something unimaginable happened. An unbelievable discovery after burial. 3 days had passed since Maria was buried when the cemetery caretaker heard strange noises coming from her grave. Initially dismissing them as his imagination, he grew terrified as the sounds persisted for 2 nights in a row. The news spread like wildfire, and the village was gripped by fear. While some dismissed it as coincidence, others were convinced that something unnatural was happening inside the grave. Opening the grave, and a shocking revelation. After much deliberation, the village elders and local authorities decided to exhume Maria's body. What they found left them in utter disbelief. Maria's lifeless body lay in the coffin, but beside her was a newborn baby. Though the infant had not survived, it was clear that the birth had occurred inside the grave. The villagers recoiled in horror. Eyes widened in shock. The question that haunted them was, if Maria was dead, how had the baby been born? How is this possible? Scientists later explained that this rare phenomenon is known as coffin birth. When a pregnant woman dies, the body begins to decompose, releasing gases that can create internal pressure, sometimes pushing the fetus out naturally. While rare, it is a medically documented occurrence. Coincidence or something more? However, this story had a darker twist. The baby's body bore strange, unfamiliar markings, and some villagers claimed they saw an eerie glow emanating from the grave. Was this merely a scientific anomaly, or was there something supernatural at play? David's disturbing dream as the baby's body was retrieved. Maria's husband, David, revealed something chilling. For 3 nights after Maria's burial, he had the same dream, Maria calling out to him, pleading, "Save our child." At first, he dismissed it as grief-induced hallucination, but after the discovery, he was left trembling. Some elders believed that Maria's soul had been restless because of her unborn child, prompting this unnatural event. Others insisted it was mere coincidence. The mysterious markings on the baby's body bore marks that did not resemble normal birthmarks. Some villagers described them as ancient symbols, while others said they looked like an imprint of something unknown. Fear began creeping into their minds. Was this just an ordinary case, or was there a hidden force at play? Panic and rumors in the village. The entire region was abuzz with speculation. Some people claimed they had seen glowing lights around the grave at night, while others reported hearing soft cries from the cemetery. The growing unease. Religious leaders called it a divine test, while skeptics argued that people were reading too much into it. But fear gripped the village, and for days, no one dared to visit the cemetery. Government and scientific investigation. As the story gained media attention, experts and forensic scientists arrived to study the case. They confirmed that this was indeed a case of coffin birth. However, they had no explanation for the markings on the baby. A new twist in the investigation. Upon further examination, scientists detected an unusual magnetic energy in the graveyard soil. Was it just a natural anomaly, or was there something beyond human understanding at this site? Truth, or an unsolved mystery? Some village elders believed Maria's maternal instincts had transcended death, allowing her to give birth even in her grave. Others feared this was no ordinary event but rather an omen of something yet to unfold. A miracle or an unexplained horror. To this day, the incident remains an enigma. Locals still visit the grave, whispering about the shocking birth that defied nature. Was it a divine act, a natural anomaly, or a hidden truth the world has yet to understand?